Yeah,
that's fine. Well, just get in touch with Taylor. They can't get rid of them today, so they still have everything. Oh, yeah. Poor thing.
Don't you miss it?
Me? No, I did go see the new one yesterday.
Isn't it so cool?
Very cool.
Anyway.
I told them
I've got my souvenir in my office. Yes, I did. Hey, I was the trouble.
Okay.
See how it goes.
Okay, call the meeting to order. Welcome to coming from the Library Commission, Maria Paul.
Birdsong. Here. Edmondson. Here. Freeman. Here. Harris. Jackson. Here. Mario. Present. Vaughn.
Here.
Michaela. Here. Fuller.
Here.
Patterson. Here. Smith. Here. Colin. Tucker. Here. Kane.
Here. You might have noticed a familiar name on the roll call today, and let's welcome back Cindy Freeman. She moved from Oklahoma City to Edmond, in her forever home. And her husband, my friend, Dr. Tom Freeman, who retired from Francis Television. Now Tom is sitting with Metro Tech, was on the commission before, and she's taking Dennis Shockley's place. And so Cindy, it's so good to have you back on that commission. We missed you. Glad you're here. Welcome to the world of math and the commission. 2.1 introduction of library manager. So Rhonda Banks, she is library manager too at Bethany. Thanks for hosting us. Your new library looks really pretty.
Thank you. I hear that you will get to come to the physical library, Bethany Library, in February. So welcome from the Bethany Library. I have 3 things I would like to share with you. In our info magazine this month, there is a lovely historical article written about the community of Bethany. And if you haven't read it yet, I would highly suggest you get one of our info magazines and read about the historical article that our very own Judy Matthews wrote. And then one of the activities that we've had recently at the Bethany Library that I want to highlight is the Oklahoma City Ballet was in our library. And they brought with them ballerinas that taught students how to do a dance from the Nutcracker. Then they read the story of the Nutcracker. And not only that, they gave every student a copy of the Nutcracker. And it even gets better. The pictures of the ballerinas were our actual Oklahoma City ballerinas. And they signed the books, and the students were just so excited. It was wonderful. We had 30. And so we had to socially distance. And what we did is we were out on the patio and kind of in a little bit, but I didn't say that. But we did 2 different. So we did 15 while the other 15 watched. So it was very nice. And the other thing that we have done with our MLS Studio Lab, which is our makerspace, we've had a STEM class. And for 4 weeks, we had an engineer come in and build Legos with students and attach them to a battery so that their motorcycle actually went. Yeah. And then they built a storm chaser and the little radar for knowing right now. And they also built wind energy towers, and so they got to go around too. We have had some great, exciting things happening through the Bethany Library, and so I'm thankful for the opportunity to tell you about that today.
Great, let's give her a big hand. Thank you. 2.2, presentation of service certificates for November. Just a reminder, January, we start meeting back in our beloved libraries, and so we'll be inviting our honorees to come to that meeting and get their certificates. Aaron Bedford, Regional Director, Public Service Administration, 10 years. Janelle Walker, Collection Development Manager, 10 years. Beverly Williams, Access Specialist, Village, 10 years. Barbara Harris, Collection Processing Specialist 2, 5 years. And Tana Dickon, Access Manager 1, Belle Isle, 5 years. Let's give them a big hand. 2.3 public comment. We have one person asking to speak. Barbara Freeman, come on up. You're welcome. You have 3 minutes.
My name is Barbara Freeman. Some of you remember me from speaking at the September meeting in August. I'm a parent and grandparent in the Oklahoma Metropolitan Library area, having been a lifelong resident of Southwest Oklahoma City. So I went to the Metropolitan Library when it was Southern Hills Library in the parking lot of TGNY. Some of the older ones will remember that. So I have been a friend of the library for quite some time, familiar with its collections. When I spoke in September, I spoke about requesting that some books be removed from the toggle board section, and that request to the appeal or to the collection committee was denied. So in September, my question was, what is the process now and how do we go about that? And I believe one of the board members had asked Dr. Nash if there was an appeals process to that. And at the time, there was not. So basically, I'm just here to find out, has an appeals process been instituted? Because I've heard nothing back from that. And still lay that out before you and say, I would like to see an appeals process. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, consent docket 3.0, moves for approval of items 3.1 through 3.6. Made the motion back. Okay, we will give a second by Beth. Any items you want to pull or for discussion? Okay, seeing none, Maria, call roll.
Anthony? Yes. Birdsong? Yes. Edmondson? Yes. Friedemann? Yes. Harris?
Yes.
Jackson?
Yes.
Larios? Yes. Vaughn?
Yes.
Michaela?
Yes.
McQuiller?
Yes.
Patterson? Yes. Smith?
Yes.
Poland?
Aye.
Tucker?
Yes.
Woodruff?
Yes.
Kane?
Yes. Okay, item 4.1, discussion, consideration, possible action, A&P committee minutes. Any questions? Okay, stand approved as read. 4.2, discussion, consideration, possible action, report and recommendations from executive committee. And you'll see one of the recommendations coming out of exec is to approve the library 2022 holiday closing schedule. Since it comes out of committee, It requires no second, so are there any questions? Maria?
Anthony,
Yes.
Bergstrom,
Yes.
Edmondson,
Yes.
Friedman,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Jackson,
Yes.
Lorios,
Aye.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Michaela,
Yes.
McQuiller,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Poland,
Aye.
Tucker,
Yes.
Woodruff,
Yes.
Kane.
Yes. 4.3, discussion, consideration, possible action, report recommendations from the Finance Committee, November 16th. And so this is to accept our annual audit. And Sharice, I'll turn it over to you.
Great. Have comments?
Yeah.
Okay, Craig. Oh, that's it. Okay. Thank you, Craig.
So the Finance Committee met this week and Representative Finley and Cook, Mr. Allison came and spoke to us, presented the annual budget, excuse me, the audit. We did a review of that and the Finance Committee is recommending approval of the audit results. Just as a couple of quick notes, very few audit adjustments, is a clean opinion. Seem to have gone fairly well and quite happy with that. So I'll let Chance come up and speak. And Sharice, do you have any comments or anything, comments or questions from the group?
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Chance Allison with Finley and Cook. We're engaged to conduct your June 30th, 2021 annual independent audit of the financial statements of the Library Commission. And as part of that, we drafted, which are part of your agenda package, we drafted the financial statements, so you should see those. We also, the other deliverable was to provide you with a required communication letter that are things that our professional standards require us to communicate to the board. With that, we rendered an opinion, a clean opinion, it's called an unmodified opinion of the financial statements of the June 30th, 2021. That's the best opinion that we could render under our professional standards for this period that we audited. In addition to, and the required communication letter explains that we became aware of no internal control related matters such as material weaknesses or significant deficiencies. We didn't come across any illegal acts or fraud or anything of that nature. So this is a very successful audit, but a lot might consider no violence. With that, we want to thank management, we want to thank the commission for allowing us the opportunity to serve you. The staff was extremely professional and courteous to work with. Everything we received was very timely, so that's something to be very proud of. I'll open it for any questions. If you have any questions of me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Okay, if there are no other questions, then we'll get forward.
Yes.
Bergstrom,
Yes.
Edmondson,
Yes.
Friedman,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Jackson,
Yes.
Lorios,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Michaela,
Yes.
McQuiller,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Poland,
Aye.
Tucker,
Yes.
Woodruff, Kane.
Yes. Thank you. And once again, thank you for your work. Sharice and her team, Craig, Sharon, Finance, we appreciate it. Such a great team effort there. 5.1, library usage report. Larry, anything you want to say? You want to stand and show?
Our numbers continue to return to normal, see growth as we're getting more experience with COVID and moving forward. And if you have any questions about them, I'd be happy to answer.
Thank you. 6.1, executive director's report. Any questions for Larry about his report? He always gives us a lot of detail. A lot of things are happening within Metro, so I hope if you haven't read it yet, then please take the time to do it. Beth?
Did you get your final thing yet for that?
Did
I'm
you get
sorry?
his pie in the face?
Yes, I did. I was officially tied yesterday down in the atrium in front of an audience. It was recorded on video, and it's being made available for all staff.
commission members?
I'm sorry?
And
Commission members. It was a promise that I made when we started the United We campaign. We saw if we could get a 20% increase in the amount of contributions and a 20% increase in the number of contributions. I told them that we would put a pie in my face. And we met on both counts. So 5 staff members were selected from those who contributed to the United Way campaign. And they were brought in yesterday, and they were allowed to apply their pie. Fortunately, there's a shower downstairs. So that was helpful, but I think it was a good event that I think a lot of people enjoyed. We had people standing up on the upper floors of the atrium looking down. We had customers, we had staff. Well-attended event.
Or just have to put it in the report.
I know. Yeah, it'll be next time.
Thank you, Larry. Okay. Any comments by commissioners?
I'm sorry.
Can you tell us where Anthony is going?
Anthony is transitioning right now, and he honestly doesn't know. He does not know.
Any other questions? Okay, remember our next meeting is our last meeting to meet here. Right now, December 9th, 3:30, and Capitol Hill will be our host. Otherwise, have a safe and happy Thanksgiving. We're adjourned.